Hello and welcome back to another character creation video. My name's Lumen and today we're looking at Embers Adrift. This is a PvE MMORPG that's focused on group-based gameplay and challenging content. There's no minimap, there are no quest hubs, and you need to discover everything the world has to offer all by yourself. It is a more hardcore, old-school experience. Yeah, that sounds good. I've been told by the devs that what we're looking at here is sort of an early version of what they want to do with character creation. Specifically, they've got a lot of stuff planned in the pipeline coming out soon, and I said that's fine. I said I like to look at early stuff because we go into it knowing that a lot of stuff will change and that, you know, we could expect more going forward. Fantastic. It still gives us a good look at what's available and at the potential that the game has. So, I want to mention one more thing here before we jump into the actual customization. You can edit your character's appearance. You can go into the character creation system or the customization system at any point. When you make your character, it'll be standing here around the campfire and you can just right click on it and say customize. And it'll bring you to this screen right here with your character standing, ready and waiting. Very cool. Fantastic thing to be able to do. It's sort of like the World of Warcraft barbershop, but without the extra steps. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll absolutely take that. So, we're going to get started here on the body types. Do the features after that. We're going to jump back and forth between the colors over here because they sort of, you know, fit with different parts. And we'll first do the male body shape and then the female one. That's the plan. Now, this game has a very interesting modular system where they've got like a sort of create your own race kind of thing going, and I kind of appreciate it. I kind of think that more games should do stuff like this because it makes it fun. It makes the character creation all the cooler, and it allows you to sort of make your character into exactly what you want. So with that said, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. We're going to get started on the male body form here. You can actually sort of pick the body shape you want, starting off here with the different types. You've got pretty much everything covered. There's sort of a bigger body here. There's sort of a more normal one, not too many muscles or anything like that. Here's a skinnier one, and then there's a slightly more muscular one, and then there's like a super buff one. Right? Now, when I said you can sort of make your own race, I'll show you what I mean. The way this works is you can say pick the skinny dude, right? You take the muscle tone down, you pull the size all the way down to the bottom, and then you've basically got yourself a halfling or a gnome or a hobbit or something like that. And you pull the size all the way to the top, you're basically an elf. Now, if they could give us like options for the ears and stuff like that, maybe a little bit more face customization, you could really get yourself into that role or whatever. Like say you want to make a dwarf, then you pick the stocky guy, you take the size all the way down, pull the muscles up because why not? And you throw a beard on that guy. Yeah, you call it a dwarf. You know, same thing for anything else you'd like to make. I kind of enjoy this sort of customization. It works. And the amount of freedom is awesome. It's something that I think could turn into a fantastical system. There's no labels on anything. You know, it doesn't say anywhere explicitly that you are this or you are that. But that, once again, allows you to make your own story. So, yeah, the idea behind it is kind of cool. I like it. I like that they're trying something different with it. So, these guys can be customized. You can sort of pull the muscle tone up and down on them. Doesn't do very much on like these first two because there aren't that many muscles to show off. But when you get further on, then you can sort of see that the muscle tone definitely does a little bit more on these guys over here. It's worth pulling the slider around a little bit, you know. Then the sizes. Small ones. There's a massive difference between the big ones and the small ones, right? I can imagine it would be kind of funny to have you and maybe an adventuring partner running around. One on the max size and one on the minimum size. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. So, with these options done, let's check the skin colors out. The character creation screen here actually cycles between day and night as well. So if you wait long enough, you will see it'll get darker, and then the campfire that you can sort of just barely hear crackling to the right hand side here, it'll make a red hue on your character's skin. And keep in mind then that there is a light source coming from that side, so the skin colors all look a little different than they might when you're in the game. But I like the fact that there's a decent selection here. You've got pretty much everything from the palest to the tannest to the darkest skin colors. And it's all the humanly possible ones, if you know what I'm saying. There's no full RGB spectrum here. You're not picking anything like crazy or out there. It's nice. I like that they went super dark. I like that it's also super bright and pale. It's enough. It's more than enough. Now we're going to zoom in on the face. We're going to have a look what's available here. So, the hair system, I think you should always start the hair on the darker ones. It just gives you a better look at what's available. But the hair system is also modular in that they let you choose the top part, the sides, and then the back. Alright, so on the top you can pick the back part, the braids, or the buzz cut. Then I think there's a fade and a stubble as well. Yeah. So you choose whichever one you want here. Let's take braids, right? Then you can pick on the sides. Two different options here. I think it's back and down. Let's take this one for now. I think that that takes us back to the start. And then on top, I'm gonna put a ponytail. Put a bun over there. Get some dreads. There's a little tiny ponytail. It's called a tie, and that's a big ponytail. So you get to mix and match them. Like as an example, you could take the sides off if you want. You could even take the top off if you want, and you can just have the ponytail. Mix and match. Do whatever it is you want to do. I like systems like this because they generally give people a little bit more freedom. You know, you can you can make what you want, and you can make it look reasonably good. I will say that it's definitely a good thing if they can add a little bit more here. There's not a huge amount of styles. If they can add a tiny bit more, and I would say first things to add would probably be some shorter styles, because like if you're looking at the top ones, these are both long styles technically, with longer hair being pulled back. So if they could add shorter styles, you know, with a little cowlick at the front, or like a shaved head or whatever, just with I want to say more masculine style, that would be kind of cool. But overall, I like the idea, and I like the fact that it seems like it would be quite easy to add stuff to it. So that's kind of sick. Let's take this one for now, and then we're going to look at the hair colors. We're going to jump back up to the eyes in just a moment. Decent selection of hair colors. Once again, these are sort of, I would say, all the humanly possible ones. Kind of hard to see what these ones' colors actually are with the light in here, but it's alright. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. I'll take the darkest one for now. That sort of looks good to me. Now we're going to move on to the face. I'm going to start by looking at the eyes quickly to check the colors out. The eye colors I've noticed are very bright, and even when you zoom out, they're quite vibrant. Like you can see them. They stand out. I like that. I think that it's one of those things that does look nice if it's bright. And you can obviously choose to make your eyes sort of a duller color or a darker color, but I like the idea of the eyes being like properly visible. I mention this all the time, but some character creation systems, they allow you to customize this, but like, you know, doesn't really matter how much you change, you still don't really see it. So it's kind of nice having these bright eyes. Let's do a bright blue for now. Okay. Then on the face, complexion, you can add a whole slew of different types of freckles. It's like freckles across the nose, freckles all over the face, even more freckles, and then back to nothing. Let's put these ones on. Eyebrows. There's a few different eyebrow choices. It's actually a lot of different eyebrow choices, all things considered. Whoever made this character creation system, they liked eyebrows. Face paint. There you go. You get to change the color over here with your favorite color. We'll look at the colors in just a moment. I also kind of like the face paint system here. I think the face paint looks decent. There are some interesting looking designs as well. So I was happy to see this. And there we go. Let's take visor and then let's look at the colors. Not a massive selection here of colors. Like, I'd like a brighter blue, maybe like a proper red. This is sort of, you know, what is that, sunburnt tomato or something? I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, it looks cool. It looks cool. I like the face paint. The detail on the face paint is pretty fantastic. It's cool. Facial hair. There are some decent looking beards. It's not bad. Yeah, I think you can make a reasonably nice looking character. And this is obviously changed with your hair color, by the way, in case it wasn't clear. It's very much tied to your hair color. And that brings us to the end of what's available. You can preview your character here with clothes on and with the gear on. And then you'll see also that the favorite color changes your clothes color. This is something that will change once you get in the game as well. I mean, you'll be mixing things up quite a lot. It's not like that is final in any way. But there you go. That's the kind of character you can make. After this, you give it a name, you pick a role. And I'm going to mention here, but then also at the end, that the roles are pretty simply just damage, support, and tank. It's damage, healer, and tank. That's it. That's the class that you pick from. The rest of what you do in the game is a very free system. I don't know too much about it. I just know that it's a free system where you pick a role and then you slide into it in any way you'd like. But that is that for the male side of things. We're going to jump on to the female customization now. We'll take the clothes off quickly and let us begin. Reset everything quickly. Body types. As with the male side of things, you've got this modular approach where you can sort of do what you want. You can create your character in any which way. I like it. I like it. I like that you can make like a female dwarf here. Unfortunately, no facial hair for the females. It's, you can't win them all. What can I say? But yeah, you can make like a stocky little dwarvish type character. Or this one, you could consider this the dwarf as well. Make yourself into a little halfling or something like that by doing this. You know, pull the slider up. You got yourself an elf. It's sort of, it's a flexible system, and I like that. I like that it gives you a lot of different options. The muscle tones, they don't do much on the first two, on these two, but on the middle one and the last two there, they definitely affect the body a little bit, especially this one. The females, however, do have slightly less muscle tone than the males. Right, so there you go. Smallest and biggest sizes are actually very far apart. Like, on some of them, it feels like you're almost double the size. Like, as an example, on this one, it feels like you're almost double the size when you pull it up to the top. But it's nice. I like that. I mentioned that it would be cool to see what the biggest looking character would be like compared to the smallest one. It's cool. So, with that stuff out of the way, we're going to look at the skin colors. Good amount of skin colors here. I like it. And I'm wondering if I can, yeah, let's just zoom in a little bit, because with the sun glaring off of her bald head, it's kind of hard to see the colors. But I was going to say, I like it when they allow you to go kind of dark, when they allow you to, you know, pick anything you would see in real life. I'm also happy when a low fantasy game that's sort of more grounded in reality decides to, you know, forego the idea of having, like, you know, multicolored blue, green, red, pink, purple characters. It's not usually my thing. I'll just say that. So that's it for the skin colors. We're gonna jump into the features now, the hairstyles and the faces and stuff. We'll do the hair first, then the hair color, then the eye color, then the faces. So the hair, this is going to be the same as the male side of things, but you have a modular approach here where you basically select what you want on the top. There's like 5 different styles here, and then you combine it with anything else. So we'll take this one quickly and we'll have a look. Now we take the sides. You can have sort of the hair that wraps around the back there, or you can have it hanging down. Then you can have that braid on top, a bun, some dreads, a tie, and a ponytail. And again, you can sort of now take the sides off if you want. You can have it look like this, which I think is kind of stylish. You can even take the top off and just have the ponytail. Like that. Or anything else, basically. Like, you can take basically anything else. There's a decent selection here. Like, you can probably make something that you'd like this, maybe. But yeah, it's up to you. You mix and match. Hair colors. Let's have a look at these. It defaulted on this one. I feel like it's maybe not the best choice for a default color. I don't like, you know, gray as the starting point because it makes the eyebrows sort of seem almost invisible when you zoom out. But the hair colors here are plentiful. Plentiful. Once again, sort of, you'll see it's grounded in reality with that they don't have super bright colors or crazy colors. Not that you don't have those. It would actually be cool if you could do that in-game. You know, I've yet to see a game where you go out and you collect like a different kind of berry maybe or some types of flowers and then you grind it up to make a dye and then you put the dye in your hair. I've yet to see a game do that. I don't know if that's maybe a niche that could still be like filled out, but I've yet to see a game have a realistic approach to something like that. Honestly, I'd like it. I'd like it if a game gave you that kind of freedom to do what you want. But yeah, that's the hair colors right there. Now we're going to move on to the face, and we'll actually start with the eye colors. Nice and bright. I can't really zoom in any further. I think that the game would probably look good, even if you zoomed in all the way. It would definitely withstand the up-close scrutiny. But this is fine, and you can definitely see the eyes. You can see that they are vibrant, colorful enough. Good selection here. Good selection. I think you'll find what you want. And I mentioned this before, but I always mention it. It's nice when the eyes actually make an impact, when you can see them. It's nice when you can see them. I'm just going to say that. So, face stuff. Complexion. Get to throw some freckles on. 5 different types of freckles, actually. Yeah. I always like freckles. I'll just say it. I'm going to leave those ones on. Then the eyebrows. Huge amount of eyebrows. If you compare it to the other stuff. Yeah. Let's go for the bushy ones. Eyebrow color obviously linked to the hair color. Then we have face paint. Pretty great selection here. I'd also one day like to see like custom face paint in a game, but again, you get a problem with moderation then. It's always the thing. People do lewd stuff, so they have to like, you know, cancel that entirely. But yeah, nice face paint. The face paint color is tied to your favorite color over here, which will also change your clothes color. Some alright colors here. I would have preferred slightly brighter ones, but if they are like maybe available in the game or something like that, that's cool. I don't know. And then our final choice here is makeup. I'm just going to take the face paint off so we can look at the makeup. I don't think there's a huge amount. Let's take the freckles off too. That's Autumn, Bandit, Bold, Garden, Intrigue, Leaf, Plum, Sakura. You can see there's actually a lot of detail in there. You just can't really zoom in much further. Summer, what's that? Spring, Stripe, like this. This is not changing the color on that, by the way. So you can't really change the color on the makeup itself, unless it's tied to your eye color. No. Tied and none. I like the makeup. I think it looks cool. This one is nice. Let's take Sakura for now, and then. Yeah, let's put the face paint back on and see. That's kind of cool, right? That's kind of cool. Then, that brings us to the end. You can throw the clothes on, and you can throw the gear on if you'd like. I kind of like the character we've made here. Then you can name your character, and you can pick a role. Damage, support, or healer, I suppose, and tank. And that, my friends, is that. Embers Adrift. decent enough character creator. It seems like it has a lot of systems in place that could allow for future expansion in many different, varied, and decent ways. I like it. I like it. I like the fact that they've got this modular system built in. I think that with it set up in this way, they basically open themselves up to a lot of possibilities that will make a lot of people happy. It's very easy to add stuff, and it's very easy to have players, you know, just throw the new stuff on, because you can just edit your character at any point, and that's awesome. To me, that's super awesome. I think it's a really cool system. And yeah, I look forward to seeing what they add in the future to this, because I like seeing MMOs grow, change, add things, improve. Let me know what you guys think. If you've been playing Embers Adrift, if you've jumped in yourself, I'd love to hear from you. If there's anything that you would like to see improved or worked on, let me know. Because the devs, you know, they look at these videos, they check them out, they actually spend time getting feedback from stuff like this. Yeah, it happens. So if you leave those comments, you never know. It might be read, might be taken to heart. So do it. But with that, I will say I'm done. Check back here soon for more. Give this video a like and share it and do all that other good stuff. Thank you once again for being here, and I'll see you all soon. Happy that.